The Trump administration is issuing a travel warning for Cuba after ordering 60% of the U.S. Embassy staff in Havana to leave the island. The State Department announced the measures following a string of mysterious and specific attacks against U.S. diplomats. For more, let's go live now to RT's Marina Portnaya, who's in Miami for us. Marina, this development deals a huge blow to the already delicate ties between the U.S. and Cuba. How is the State Department justifying the decision to pull more diplomats out of the country?
Well, Manila, the State Department says 21 Americans associated with the U.S. Embassy in Havana have experienced a host of unexplained health problems, ranging from hearing loss and visual problems to headaches and cognitive issues. This all caused, allegedly, by mysterious attacks first revealed by U.S. officials in August. Some experts speculate the injuries are a result of sonic attacks or a surveillance operation gone wrong, but FBI investigators have failed to find the cause and perpetrators. The State Department released a statement saying, quote, "The decision to reduce our diplomatic presence in Havana was made to ensure the safety of our personnel." The U.S. says it will maintain diplomatic relations with Cuba as the countries work together investigating the attacks. Now, the department also issued an advisory warning Americans against traveling to Cuba in light of the unexplained incidents. There are no reports of private U.S. citizens targeted by the attacks, which officials say have occurred in hotels frequented by U.S. tourists, as well as the U.S. Embassy in Havana. Now, all non-emergency personnel assigned to the U.S. Embassy in Havana, as well as family members, have been ordered to depart Cuba. Routine visa operations are suspended indefinitely. The decision is not being described as a retaliatory measure against Cuba. The State Department says it's about ensuring the safety of personnel.
All right. Then the Trump administration, though, has still accused Cuba of failing to protect U.S. diplomats as required under the Vienna Convention. Is the Castro government still being blamed in some way?
Well, the State Department expelled 2 Cuban diplomats from Washington in August when the attacks first made headlines. But as the investigation has moved along, U.S. finger-pointing appears to have ceased. According to reports, U.S. officials do not believe the Cuban government is behind the attacks. Today, the State Department said it has not ruled out the possibility of a third country carrying out the attacks, but right now, no one appears to have definitive answers on the cause or source or ways to mitigate exposure. The Cuban government has denied it harmed diplomats, and it is cooperating with the FBI.
And Marina, in your opinion, or from what we know, how do you think this is going to affect U.S.-Cuba relations?
Well, the Trump administration has already reversed crucial pieces of the deal struck between Cuba and the Obama administration by reinstating travel and commercial restrictions, among other things. But it appears the U.S. leader is not willing to entirely undo the historic reconciliation between, Havana and Washington. Now, hardliners on Capitol Hill have pushed for the White House to expel all Cuban diplomats and even close the American embassy in Havana. 2 measures the president hasn't appeared ready to act on just yet. Now, the foreign ministry in Cuba, for their part, they say that today's decision announced by the State Department is hasty, and they say it will have an effect on bilateral relations between the countries. So we will have to wait and see how this unfolds.
Yeah, definitely still mysterious about their health conditions. Thanks so much for that. RT correspondent Marina Portnaya in Miami.
Thank you.